all, this is Aaron Walker of Spotlight Studios, and I just did a video of like an easy version of Free Fallin' by Tom Petty, but this version is a little more advanced, and I believe it's more accurate. It's probably more accurate to what's on the record, okay? So the song is in the key of F, and so for us to do that, we're just going to capo 1 right here and play an E shape. That gives you a nice big F chord, and then you play an essentially like an A sus 4? Hold on. Yeah. No, 9. I'm going to call it 9. 9. An A sus 9 right here, which is basically like an A chord, but you let off the pinky. So it's that. It's got that B tone in there. That may be slightly flat. Just like that, okay? But I am using my 3rd and 4th fingers because the 3rd's already here for the E chord, okay? E, and then A9, A9, and then we're gonna go to a B5 like this, and this is why this song, this version is more advanced, okay? Because this is it's a doozy after a while, okay? So basically, let's talk about this. The rhythm is in that other video. If you have watched that video and now you're here, you know the rhythm. Down, down. Just practice that. 1 E and a 2 E and make that clean. 2 E and 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and. So I think you can figure out, because you're very intuitive and smart, you can figure out how to go from the E to the A to the A to the E. But I do want to say something about going to this B. Okay? You don't want to lift off every finger and just search where to go for this B chord, okay? And let me say explicitly what this chord is, okay? Essentially, it's the we'll say, okay, the 3rd fret of the A, the 5th fret of the D, the 5th fret of the G, and then the open B, and the open E. Okay, so it's like you're at the 1 and you're at the 2nd fret. That's what it's like, okay? And I'm also holding this 2nd fret of the bottom string because those can be held that way. And I don't have to just hold that. I can hold both of those like that. So an F sharp down here, or a G I should say, is in a C chord, whereas an F is not in a C chord, okay? So that's a conversation for another day maybe. But it's going to go 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and. Alright, here's what I have to say to get there. That 3rd finger is on the D string, okay? You gotta leave that 3rd finger sitting on the D as you raise everything off. Slide it up the D until you are at the 5th fret. Stop, and that kind of gives the 1st finger and the pinky a clue as to where to go. And they're gonna go there, okay? So essentially what I'm saying is that's a common finger. Between the E chord and this B5 or whatever, it's on the same string on both of those. So you want to use that as a reference. So you don't have to lift. You do have to lift your 1st finger because that's got to go here. You do have to lift your 3rd finger because, oh, I'm sorry, your pinky is already off and it has to go down on its own too. It doesn't have a frame of reference, right? So you have to lift everything except for the 3rd. Kind of try to slide that 3rd finger up till you're at the center of the 5th fret so that pinky has room, and then push those straight down. The other key I think that's important is this little, on the E, is that your 3rd finger straight down onto the neck so that whenever you slide up, it's still straight down on the neck. The pinky has to be straight down onto the fretboard, I should be saying. And then this 1st finger can go down flat. So you can have the open strings up top, right? That's a hard moment right there. You can just practice those 3. You can clearly see how this 3rd finger is sliding up. Okay, so that's the harder version of the song. The more advanced chord shapes, but it's probably more accurate, okay? Alright, if you want guitar lessons in Houston, you know the drill. Please contact me. Alright, adios.